Trust. The word trust comes with a lot of baggage. It just comes with a lot of emotion, and it's really hard when we think about trusting our parents and our parents trusting us. I think one of the reasons it's hard to trust our parents and to earn trust is because of arguments. It's because of fights. And I don't know about you and your family dynamics, but for me and my parents, we had certain locations and spots where we would just fight more often than others. The kitchen table where we had our last video, we would fight all the time. The kitchen, it would always go down in the kitchen. We would fight so much. I would always do the dishes, and I would yell at my mom saying, "Why am I always stuck getting the dishes? My sister does nothing. This is so not fair." May sound familiar. I know last video I told you to take out your notes and you actually didn't have to use them. It was a little bit of a trap. Take it out for real now. We're going to dive in, okay? So the first thought we have for you, the first thought is that trust is built or destroyed with every decision you make. With every decision you make. Let's run through two scenarios, okay? You're out at the movie theater. You're out at the Kaleidoscope. Or maybe you're getting really fancy or bougie on us. You're at the Sinopolis, okay? And 11 o'clock rolls around, or it's getting close, and that's the time of your curfew. And the movie isn't even close to being done. So you shoot your mom a text. "Hey, movie's going a little long. Is it okay if I stay out a little longer? Be home by 11:15, call it 11:20 to be safe?" She goes, "I appreciate the heads up." Of course, go for it. Good for you. That's a trust builder. Second scenario. It's almost 11 o'clock. It's 10:50. You're out the movie theater. And you think to yourself, what have I cared about curfew before? And they're probably sleeping anyway. You justify it in your mind. And you fight the thoughts you have of texting mom or dad. You just fight it. And you sneak in around 2 a.m. trying to hope that they're not going to notice and things will go as normal. You open the door at 2 a.m. and there's mom sitting there waiting for you, mad. See, that's a trust breaker. We have to think about our decisions. We have to think about every decision that we make. Second fill-in. Second fill-in is that trust takes time to build and seconds to lose. Trust, it takes time to build and seconds to lose. Look what it says in Proverbs 28, verse 26. "Those who trust in themselves are fools, but those who walk in wisdom are kept safe." We spent the whole month of March talking about this idea of wisdom. What does it mean to look at the Bible and apply that wisdom to our lives? What's it like to hear wisdom from other people? Friends, when it comes to our relationship with mom and dad, we have to apply wisdom. One of the best ways to build trust with your parents is to communicate with them. And I recognize communicating with mom or dad is the exact opposite thing you want to do as teenagers. I get it. But when I was learning to drive, when I had my permit, my driving instructor told me something that was really interesting. He would tell me, "Hey, when you drive with your parents and you're getting your hours, communicate with them out loud what you're thinking, what's going on." So I'd be driving my car, and my mom or dad's in shotgun, and I'd say, "Hey, I see a car approaching, car pulling out right there, and I'm about to slow down. I'm switching lanes right now. I see there's a car there, so I'm going to wait and keep my blinker on." The instructor gave me this advice because he told me he wanted me to let my parents know that I saw the danger on the road and I had a plan in place on how to work with it. It gave my parents assurance. I was communicating with them and letting them know everything I saw. And here's what I'm getting at. Your parents have been down this road before. Your parents have been driving a lot longer than us. Believe it or not, at one time, they weren't always old. They weren't always bald. Your parents were teenagers, and they want to make sure you make the same mistakes they did. They want to make sure that you could learn from the mistakes they've made, and they want to teach you. It comes out of a posture of love. And believe it or not, this is your next fill-in. Parents want to trust you. I know, I said believe it or not, parents want to trust you. Communicating isn't easy, but it's essential for building trust with our parents. Trust is hard, but it's so important. It's an important value in our relationship. And like we said, one part of trust is avoiding conflict, is avoiding fights with our parents. Not 100% of the time, because we're humans. Your parents are humans, and we're humans. Teenagers are humans. So we can't eliminate all of the arguments, but maybe we can just lower the intensity of them. The way we snap on them or scream at them, just lower the intensity a little bit. Got one more video for you. Here's the thing, we had a lot of arguments at the kitchen table. The Mullins family had a lot of arguments in the kitchen with dishes and report cards being on the fridge, and enough said that led to a lot of arguments. During this next break, think to yourself, try and make a prediction, write it down and prove it to your neighbor if you're right or wrong. Where's the third argument going to take place? See you soon.